what's going on, guys? It's Tommy here from Singles Events Melbourne. Welcome to Tommy Talk. We've got an exciting episode for you to watch today. One of our success stories, Emily and Nick. These two legends attended a beer and cider tour. They found love, they created a family, and they've been together ever since. You'll be watching the interview in this episode. Emily and Nick. There's a story that I've been telling people about, actually, ever since you started sending me those photos, Emily, of Nick naked, all those photos. So I was...
Oh, wrong photo.
You sent me an update. It was a photo of you guys in India.
Yes. I think that's the first message that I sent you guys.
That was like 6 months in, and then probably another 6 months in, there was a photo of your baby bump.
Yes. I think it was on the sofa here.
And then you sent me another photo of the family photo with Nick. You, Nick, and the bubs.
Yeah,
Christmas, I think. Yeah.
The viewers want to hear from you. They've been chanting out your names, Emily and Nick, Nick and Emily. You know, tell us your story. What happened at the event? How did you catch each other's eye?
Okay, so I went with a friend and I got on in the city on the bus, and my friend got on at, I think it was Ringwood. So I had the whole bus ride from the city to Ringwood on my own to meet people. And I remember when the different guys were coming along to my seat, I was thinking everyone's really lovely, but there's just no one that's for me, for sure. And then Nick and his friend Ben got on and I was like, ooh, hello. And I was like, this got a little bit interesting, but I didn't get, Nick didn't come around to my seat by the time we got off. And I remember when we got off, Nick and his friend, they sat on a sofa. I don't know if you remember this.
Tommy, you remember that.
I do remember that.
At the actual place, which was the only spot where no one could sit next to them. And I was just like, oh God, you're kidding me. So I went to a different table and I think it was you that brought them over to our table.
I did.
And I was like, oh, hello. So we had a bit of a chat, and that was where I was like, oh, very interested. Didn't really we didn't speak that much. And then we got back on the bus. And then we went to a new venue. I don't think I talked to you a whole lot until later in the afternoon. We sat at a different table at lunch, and then it wasn't until, I think it was the last place that we went to.
It was the very last brewery, I think, for sure, yeah. It was when I came up to Tommy, I think I asked you for advice.
You did.
And I think we're a little bit similar. When I like someone, I'm like, I want them to come up to me, and you're probably the same. So we were sort of dancing around each other. And then it wasn't until, I don't know if you remember the spin the bottle.
That was at the last place?
Yeah.
It wasn't until then, and one of the rounds of spin the bottle, and it was kiss someone that you like or something.
It was on me, yeah.
And then he kissed me on the cheek, and I was like, oh, okay, well, he must like me, because I had no idea. So he was going go nuts. Because I think you had also sat next to Ben on the bus, so no one could sit next to you, and I was just like, these guys killing me.
Yeah.
So on the last bus ride, which I think was home, I sat in the same seat as you, because I was like, otherwise I'm never gonna get a proper chat with them.
Yeah.
And then we were chatting, and then I think I had to make the first move. I put my hand on your leg, and then I kissed him, and then it was
It was all in from there.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. So I actually have a bit of a similar story from my version of events. So I do remember the whole couch scenario. So the first venue was Coldstream Brewery, and as you walk into that function area, there's a couch right there on the right.
Yeah.
And everyone's there sitting in all those high booths, and I see these two, good lookers just sitting there on their own. I said, mate, what are you guys doing here? And he goes, oh man, I remember it clearly. Oh, Tommy. Oh, we're just too nervous. We're just too nervous, And the couch was so sunk in as well, it's low. So it just kind of looked like one of those, those scenes. Because I was up here going, you okay? We're so nervous. And then that's what it looked like through my eyes, right? So I was like, come on, come here. So I just grabbed them and chucked them straight onto your table.
Yes.
right?
I was like, thank you very much.
Yeah. Because I thought, these two with you and your friend, I thought, absolutely, I'm going to set those four up. And as I tell this success story to people and I say, look, they're actually in the promotions video. Have you seen that video?
No.
All right, so I'll play that video for you now. Give me a few seconds while I load that up.
Nice.
Yeah, that's
Let
good.
me,
We actually went back to that place, didn't we?
The Culture Brewery.
Yeah, the first place.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Oh, we did. Yes, we went on our own.
Not just us two, but
we went on our own like winery tour.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah.
We ended up there
For about 10 or 12 of us, I think.
Yeah.
And one of the stops, or on the way back, we stopped in there. We're like, oh wow, what?
Yeah, nice.
And we have a photo from there, and then Ben did like this amazing speech. Remember about like how your life has changed since I met you.
Yeah.
So I was looking through the raw footage. I just found some interesting moments I'd like to share with you. From my perspective, I think you were making it quite clear that you liked Nick.
Yeah, okay.
But let me play this first video.
God.
There's you on the right. There's Nick on the left. All right. So if you notice, there she gives him a bit of a look. There we go. Gives him a bit of a look. And then there's you twirling your hair. Look. Look, you twirling your hair. And where's Nick looking? He's looking at a bloke. What the hell, man? You got a chick right there looking at you, twirling her hair, and you're looking at a bloke. I mean, talk about mixed signals. I mean, over here, you can see him chatting up three chicks. Oh my God. Look at his smile as well. Look, with his nose scrunched up and everything. Look at that. Hey? Talk about a heartthrob. Now, how does that make you feel with seeing Nick chatting up three other chicks?
That's totally fine. But that's what I mean. Like, he was giving me donuts, so I had no idea.
Now, you say you don't mind, and I believe you. But let me just show you another video. Now, here you see Nick chatting up two blokes. Now, are you sure this didn't bother you?
No.
No, because it's okay.
Definitely doesn't bother me.
I have something else to show you that contradicts what you say. Let me just bring that. Let me just bring this video up. Give me a second here. In this scene, I'm actually filming the owners. You know, as you saw in the promo video, they went, out of raw coincidence, just pure coincidence. I happen to have just slightly moved the camera over. See, if you have a quick look on the right, you see behind the guy's back where that girl with the glasses on her head.
Yeah.
Okay, that's where Nick and his mate was standing, talking to girls. You know, that's where Nick was talking to boys. That's where he was doing most of his chatting up of the male and the female, right? As I tilt the camera,
spread that love around.
Who's that over there? You don't look too happy. You don't look too happy at all.
Oh, dear.
Look at that. Look, she looks livid. Now, you say you didn't mind, but you look angry. Could you please explain what we just saw?
I don't know. I have no idea what the
Bad
conversation
camera
was. Yeah.
But you looked livid. You were like, that bastard. How much more hair do I have to twirl to get this guy's attention?
Come on. Oh.
From your perspective, Nick, do you reckon she was giving you enough signals or not really?
Yeah, from that, it kind of changed my what I first thought. But I had no idea, but yeah, I'm a male, so pretty quick. But no, it was definitely a good day. I remember the days leading up to it, Ben was trying to convince me to go. You know, was I telling you about that?
Yes.
No, yeah, saying no, I don't want to go. No, just been in a past relationship, however many months ago, but I still, hadn't gotten over it. And I was like, no, I don't want to do it. I don't want to see one. I don't want to speak to anyone.
Yeah.
And he pretty much wrote me in, came, and I can't thank you enough, really.
Yeah, I do remember you telling me.
But yeah, we're like the similar story to Em when we got on the bus, and we never got to speak to each other. We never sat next to each other. So me and Ben were like a bunch of little schoolgirls. We were super nervous, of that story, and I think I still am now. But it was a great day. Yeah.
We think about the day all the time. That's why I would message you, because I was like, seriously, how good is it that we literally didn't know each other and then we met on that event, like legitimately on that event, and you weren't even going to come, and I might not have been able to come if I hadn't found someone to come with me.
Yes.
So it just felt
and we're thinking about
really
we're from two different worlds that would never would have crossed paths at all. You know what I mean? So
How good is that?
Pretty cool.
Yeah. I love it. I love the fact that you weren't going to go and then you ended up going, and then look what happened. And I think that's an issue with a lot of guys. Like, they just get cold feet, or they just don't want to go. Their mate wants to go, and sometimes they feel like, oh, I'm getting dragged along. But these events, you just don't know what could happen. You don't know who you can meet.
Yeah, and then I think what I painted in my head was like, oh no, it's going to be a crap day. Who are these people? And as soon as we got there, it was like a switch had flicked. It was amazing. Like, everyone there was like such high energy. Everyone was so happy and like considerate of each other. Like, no one's forcing anything or putting it was just as if we'd already known each other. So within like 20 minutes, half an hour, like the whole bus was like buzzing. You know what I mean? And all they're having such a great day. Like, it was. Me and Ben said, like, if I didn't met Emily, I would have booked the next one the next week. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Had that much fun. So.
Absolutely. Yeah, I love them. I love the Beer Insider tours. As you said, they're buzzing, they're high energy. It's a day out. Oh, it is so good. I love these tours.
Yeah, I had an amazing time as well. Like, I did, you never really know, because it was my first event as well. And I remember thinking, like, as long as I have fun, like, I had no expectations. I really did not think I was actually going to meet someone there. But I was just like, sounds like fun, beer and wine, lots of single people, etc. But it was way better than I had thought, for sure. It was, everyone was just having so much fun.
It's good to hear from both your perspectives as well. But here's another question for you. What made this person so different than previous partners?
Well, Nick and I, it was just so easy. Like, Nick's just so easygoing. Like, literally nothing bothers you ever. So that was really, really lovely. And I remember telling you that, like, in the months when we were first together, and you were like, is that a bad thing? And I was like, no, it's not a bad thing at all. Like, it's just so easy. And then there's a lot of things that we share in common. Like, we love fitness and we love going out.
Going out,
food. And obviously, like, we both want to have kids. And now Zara's like a massive part of our world, and like traveling and, just doing fun things. And I just have a lot of fun with Nick. Like, we make each other laugh, and, even in like lockdown, we've still, we just have a lot of fun. You bring a lot of fun to my life, that's for
sure. When we did first meet, it was like, the chemistry was super strong. So I think we knew from the get-go that it was
we were like
inseparable. So no, it was really good.
Nice.
It is to be.
Man of many words.
Yes.
Tell us about your first dates that you ever had after the event. Like what happened? Or did you just go straight to your place and bonk?
Yes.
Did you really? Did you really?
Yes. Hello, of course.
Oh my goodness.
Not doing strong.
Bloody hell. There you go. Wow.
And we were like fighting that at the pub. We were like, and our hands like touching under the table, and people were like,
stop it.
Can you stop it? Like, so our first date would have to be the next day.
Yeah, it would have to be the next day. We went out for breakfast.
We went out for breakfast, which is to the place that we went out just this morning as well.
Yeah.
So we go back there a fair bit. And we had breakfast, and we both found out that we have the same intolerances. That's another thing. Like, very random, like lactose and fructose intolerant. And he's like, oh, I'm the same. And I was like, what the hell? So match made in heaven.
How did that? So if I may ask, Nick, did you just lie to her just because? Oh, me too.
Oh man, I love footy so much that no, I couldn't make that up. No, yeah, that was pretty cool. And then yeah, a lot of similarities, and yeah, both interested in sport and going out. And
I can't actually remember what our first date was after that. He cooked me lamb, roast like little lamb, lamb cutlets, and I was like, wow. This guy's fancy.
Nice.
Yeah, but we had so many dates after that. But
yeah,
a lot of them, like Nick was like super. You didn't say much, remember? With a lot of them, like
yeah,
I
don't
didn't
know.
realize
I don't
like
know,
that's him being like shy and nervous and.
Yeah, she thought like, okay, this guy, he's off the ball, he's not into me or whatever. But
because like I like you so much, like.
Yeah, I don't know. I felt like choked up. I felt like I was like, man, she's too good for me. What am I doing? You know what I mean? I'm like, what is she doing with me? Like, I was like nervous, and I was like, yeah, I was like, I couldn't even talk. Very, very bizarre, but yeah, I was like, what is she doing with me? No. And then for me being silent, she's thinking, okay, he's not into me. Yeah. So we're both super confused again. We've gone backwards, we've gone back to that day. So, but yeah, she realized, okay, that's just Nick. You know what I mean? That's just
It took like 6 months, and then he finally like fully opened up.
It took about 6 months.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And now he's fully comfortable, farts in front of you.
Oh, yes, totally.
You have the baby now, Zara.
Yeah.
Yep.
And how old is Zara?
She's 10 months.
10 months. Good. Zara's starting to walk.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
So she can hold her balance and then walk and then fall.
Yeah.
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
Yeah, right. That's kind of what Nick was doing at the tour. Wasn't
Legless. Yeah.
So who's in charge of nappy duties?
It's completely 50-50.
Yeah,
So Nick is an amazing hands-on dad. There's
right.
nothing that Nick is like, no, I don't do that.
What about the smell?
Oh, I've got a stuffed nose anyway, so
You know what,
all the farting, you know what I mean? You can't smell it.
The other thing that is maybe different about us is the age gap, and I know, like, that there's a big like difference between us, but I think we're both.
So who's older?
Nick's 11 years older. No, I'm 11 years older.
Okay.
I think the good thing about us though is like that's never bothered me.
No,
and that's never
been
bothered Nick, and it's bothered other people for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
But for us, it hasn't bothered me, like the fact that he was 11 years younger. It's made it harder, I think, like for us.
Just to deal with the social.
Yeah, just trying to meld, two worlds that are obviously very different. Like it's so different apart.
Yeah.
But I think we've done an amazing job of like compromising, and
both our families have been like never crossed any of their minds.
No.
Never been a thing. I think maybe that was probably the difficult part at the start, was thinking, is it going to work?
Yes.
Our world's too far apart. Is this just a fling or something? You know what I mean? So yeah, we were sort of stuck out for the first couple of months because we did actually break up for a month.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
And this is what even brings the story even cooler, was that we'd organised to go on a harvest run up in Hillsville, which was near the winery tours.
Yeah, right.
To do like a fun run there. So we booked it in, then we broke up. We didn't speak to each other for about a month. And I rocked up there a bit early, and I bumped into Em's friend. And he goes, oh, where's Em? I'm like, I would have no idea, I haven't spoken to her. And then, I was waiting at the start line literally for them to shoot the gun. And she come up to me and said, I've been thinking about you, I've missed you, and then, pretty much we did the race, and then boom, we're back at it again as if nothing ever happened, and here we are. Yeah, so that was a big pivotal point, because I wasn't going to go as well. Like another time I was like, why do I go? Because it's going to be me running by myself, you know what I mean? Like then the reason I was going was because to do it with Em. So something in my brain said to go that day, and yeah.
Tell me that same story from your perspective, Em.
Again, we're very similar in some ways. Like I had deleted his number because I was like, I don't want to message him like a crazy idiot. And he'd done the same. And then I was like, oh, I miss him so much. And I wanted to send him a letter. And you told me later that you wanted to send me a letter too. And so we were just being silly anyway. So I get to the event. He is not in my mind, only because I just did not even think he was going to come. I hadn't heard from him. It was just not in my mind at all. And then, yeah, Rithi, who was meeting me there, was like, oh, I just bumped into Nick. And I was like, what? And he didn't know we'd broken up either. And so I was just like, oh, super awkward anyway. And I was like, I got to find him. And then I was looking for guys and I kept like finding like guys with no hair. And I was like, oh, and then it wasn't him. And I was like, oh my God.
So you're running around looking for bald men?
Yes. And
then you just...
like completely with that thought in my mind that, is this going to be the moment where I could see him, but I don't actually find him? Like my heart was literally racing because I was like, oh, I have to find him. I have no other way of finding him, because I knew that Nick was faster than me as well. So I knew if I didn't find him before the race started, I would definitely not find him.
Yeah.
And then just luckily, like I think it was Ness even that was with me. My friend was like, is that him? And I like poked him and I was like, hey, and he was just like, what the? But like had a massive smile on his face, and then he was like, I'll find you after the race. Like we talked for a bit. I think I said, yeah, like I've literally thought about you every single day, and you were like, really? And then later you were like, I've thought about you every single day too, and I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
And the electricity was like, zzz. Yeah.
And then you were back together.
Yeah.
And then you quickly got her pregnant so that she doesn't get away again.
Yeah, that's it. Pretty much.
Well, then it was like super quick, as in we went to India together a couple of months after that.
Yeah.
And then maybe like 5 months after that, we were pregnant. And then 2 months after that, we went overseas for 7 weeks on a European holiday. And then a month after we got back, we moved in.
Yeah.
And then a few months after that, we had Zara. And then we got into lockdown. And I mean, hot off the press, we're pregnant again. So... having
Yes.
baby number 2.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. You're going to have another child. How good is that?
Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing. That is hot off the press.
Yeah. So yes,
Yeah.
so honestly, like the biggest thanks to you for, you know, if we didn't come to that event, obviously we wouldn't be here.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
we
thank
just
you.
like, we always think about how different life would be like if we'd never
And
met
that
each
day,
other.
and we reminisce on that day and laugh about it and smile. But yeah, it makes us very happy. Yeah. If someone told you, you know,
Yeah.
in a year's time that you're gonna have an amazing partner and a kid and another kid on the way and travel the world, and we wouldn't believe it. No, you just laugh at them.
Just like that. That's amazing, isn't it? Just in an instant. You know, and I've said this often as well. You only need to meet the love of your life once, and then it changes forever.
Yeah. Oh, completely. Yeah.
Yeah. How good is that?
Yeah.
Look at you two. So cute.
A bit sleepy.
Hello. You love looking at the camera, don't you?
A bit grumpy.
Hey, Grumpy.
Hey, who's that? Yeah. Can you wave? Hello.
Hi. Oh, she's waving. How cute is that? Hi.
Say thank you. I wouldn't be here otherwise.
Oh my God, that is so true.
Ling ding. Yeah.
No, I didn't even realise that. She wouldn't be here if it wasn't for that event.
No, totally not.
Oh my goodness.
We wouldn't be. No way. Hey.
How's that for a thought?
Oh.
Is there anything that you guys want to say to the viewers?
Oh, I would just say give it a whirl. Regardless if you meet someone, you're going to have an amazing time anyway.
Definitely.
And I think it's good to go in with no, no expectations, and then it's going to be better, you know what I mean, than you even thought. So yeah, I just feel like
Definitely.
you literally never know. Like if you'd have told me I was going to meet the love of my life and someone that I was going to start a family with, I would have just laughed. But yeah, I think it's just right person, right time. Hey.
There you go.
And yeah, I think I'll just say it's definitely possible to have an amazing connection with someone there, because that's exactly what we got. Like it was undeniable and so strong.
And the worst thing you're gonna have is an amazing time and drink a lot of alcohol and
Yeah. Worst case scenario, you have a good time and drink lots of booze.
Yes.
Best case scenario is right here.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, amazing.
We kept in contact with you because we felt so grateful that you had the event, you know what I mean? Like without the event, we wouldn't be here. That's why I continued to always update you, because I knew you would be so happy.
Absolutely.
we will continue to let you know how we're going and update you when the baby number 2 arrives.
Oh my God.
So yeah, very, very grateful.
That is so good. That is so good. I love this story. Absolutely love it. Guys, it has been an absolute pleasure. Thank you so much for being on the show. I do appreciate it. I wish you the very best. Zara is going to be a troublemaker. I can tell right now. Had a bit of a sip, threw the bottle on the floor. Whatever. I'll get my tattoo next week. You know.
So I was like, I 100% owe it to you guys to keep you up to date with what's happening. Because
love it.
Yeah, you know, without the event, we wouldn't have met at all. So.
I absolutely love it. Thank you so much, guys, once again for being a part of the show, and indeed being a part of my life. I'm so grateful to be a part of this journey with you.
Oh no, absolutely same from us. We're so happy.
We wish you all the best.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tommy.
Thanks. Bye.